travels a lot. He's constantly in touch with other people, and so whether it's in a taxi or a restaurant or whatever, he just delights in being able to go into whatever your language happens to be. And of course people are equally delighted because he doesn't look like as if he should be able to do that. And someone asked him recently, how do you manage to do that, you know, with your schedule and everything, and that you're learning 5 languages at the same time? And he said, actually it's very easy. He said, it's all because of the meditation. That the meditation has created so much free space in my mind, I have to find something to do with it. But I was reflecting on it, and I know this person very well. The reason his mind is free, or that there's space in his mind, is because there's huge space in his heart. That it's because his heart is so free of things like attachment, possessiveness, angst, or resentments, or any of those things, that the two work in tandem with each other. Because if your heart is hurt, then your mind naturally, and then that's when the psychiatrist is going to want to give you medication. Because you're, that's funny. I said that if your heart is hurt and it's full of resentments and disappointments, then it works in tandem with your mind, and your mind then too is not going to be peaceful, is not going to be content. And so then the psychiatrist wants to give you medication to deal with the brain, to deal with the mind, when in actuality it is the heart that needs addressing. Now, today is a very special day for us, as are these 3 days. We don't normally have the picture of our founder center. In fact, our focus in the meditation is on that being of light. But because these are the days of the 50th anniversary of when he died, and there's been a lot of intense meditation since the beginning of the year, and we've all been feeling it and the result of it, and people expressing how things have cleared for them just like that. And it is also the 3rd Sunday of the month, wherein we always have a special meditation for the world rather than just ourselves. So this conversation about the heart, and what was the exact topic?
Finding comfort in the heart.
Finding comfort in the heart is not something that we can just glaze over in an hour's conversation. It's a lifetime's work, because there are so many layers within the heart, and things that have been forgotten about, things that we wanted to avoid, and we require that space that's going to allow for creativity and for something new to emerge. I was reading, somebody gave me a poem the other day, and the line in it I thought was so powerful was, may your heart not be haunted by the ghost structures of old damage. Yeah. John O'Donoghue, in case you want to know. Yeah. And so that's the whole thing, that there has been a lot of damage done, but then what we do, just like one side of your body's not functional, then you overuse the other side. And so sometimes to make up for that hurt in the heart, then we over intellectualize and apply logic and decide nobody's coming in here anymore, everybody stay out. The next thing you've done, you've imprisoned the heart, and you're no longer a functional human being. And we're going to be addressing this topic we do it on a daily basis actually in meditation, but over the next maybe 6 months or so, every third Sunday, and it is going to be conversational in nature, and so different aspects of this will be addressed each third Sunday, so you will consistently be receiving invitations from us, because once the heart is healed, then there's space in the mind, the intellect, which is that which makes the decisions, which has discernment, is also strengthened, and that I begin to live my life more fully, and I no longer apply the title to myself in my thinking, nor allow others to impose it on me, that I'm a victim. That I'm not a victim in any circumstance whatsoever. And somebody mentioned there about being hurt by other people. I think it might have been Mike George that said it, that I can't hurt you, but you can use me to hurt yourself. Does that make sense? And yes, you can use me to hurt yourself. And so it's the whole thing, because if, and generally, even though we pay homage to the idea of moving towards the light and peace and all of those noble things, what we're not aware of sometimes is the small print. And the small print means that you're also going to have to deal with the less than light part of yourself, that you're willing to see that. And it's one of the things that I appreciate very much about this kind of meditation. It doesn't start off saying, deal with your hurt, deal with your pain. No, it begins by telling you that you are light, that your nature is love, your nature is peace, your nature is happiness. That is the essential focus in the meditation. And it's because you are reaffirming your eternal nature and your divinity that then, as you strengthen yourself in that thought and its manifestation, then it's like you're ready to look at some of the things that might be a little bit more ugly. And I was sharing the other day with people how I've often found for myself that a way of presenting myself unbeknownst to myself, thinking I'm being honest about myself and saying, well, this is my quality, this is my virtue or whatever, but it was just a way of gussying up something that was a big defect, making it look pretty to myself. And so then the meditation will help you to see that. But when it does, it's not that you crumble or you think, oh, I've been so deceitful, I've been so dishonest. You can only laugh out loud. It's no longer got that power over you. The thing that you're trying to suppress, you're trying to hide, you're trying to create another image for the sake of those looking at you or whatever. And so this is the time, and I feel it's energetically, it's a very powerful time, not least with the blood moon tonight, the beginning of the year, and all of it. That tonight, actually, at this time and in the next couple of minutes, we're going to start. But that around the world today, consistently, from 6:30 to 7:30, the Raj Yogis, that is the BKs, and now at least there's 1 million of them at least, have been in meditation. So it's like an ongoing meditation, starting, I guess, at midnight. And so now the East Coast, whoever's in our time zone, will be meditating. So we're coming in a little bit late, but I like to think that even whilst we were talking and sharing, that the vibration of meditation was there. So for the next 20 minutes, we'll have a little meditation.